Alright, welcome to PGF Racing. So today I'm going to kind of react to this Angels Among Us. And let's see, the first one I'm going to look at is Daniel 6:19 through 23. So some brothers and sisters in Christ helped put this together. And I don't know where it's going to go, but just going to see where it heads and just kind of get my reaction to Angels Among Us. And I do believe that angels do help us. Daniel 6:19 through 23. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste to the den of lions. When he came near to the den to Daniel, he cried with a troubled voice. The king spoke and said to Daniel, Daniel, servant of the living God, is your God, whom you serve, continually able to deliver you from the lions? Then Daniel said to the king, O king, live forever. My God has sent his angel and has shut the lion's mouth, and they have not hurt me, because as before him innocence was found in me, and also before you. O king, I have done no harm. Then the king was exceedingly glad, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no kind of harm was found on him, because he had trusted in his God. So my first reaction is that the Lord is always with you, even in times that seem troublesome. Second thought is he will deliver you out of harm's way. And third thought is that he loves us even when it seems there is no way. Alright, so that's the first one. Now we're going to look at Matthew 18:1 through 3 and verse 10. So Matthew 18:1 through 3 and verse 10. In that hour the disciples came to Jesus, saying, Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Jesus called a little child to himself and set him in the middle of them, and said, Most certainly I tell you, unless you turn and become as little children, you will in no way enter the kingdom of heaven. And then verse 10. See that you don't despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that in heaven their angels see the face of my Father who is in heaven. So this makes me think that we have guardian angels, that they look after us, that they help us as God guides, and that they point us to Jesus. All right. So Luke 22:39. So Luke 22:39 through 44. He came out and went, as his custom was, to the Mount of Olives. His disciples also followed him. When he was at that place, he said to them, Pray that you do not enter into temptation. He was withdrawn from them about a stone's throw, and he knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. An angel from heaven appeared to him, strengthening him. Being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. His sweat became like great drops of blood falling down on the ground. So if Jesus could use the help of angels, we can too. They can encourage us to progress through troubles and trials. They can even appear to us. All right. So Acts 27:20. through 26 and verse 44. When neither sun nor stars shone on us for many days, and no small storm pressed on us, all hope that we would be saved was now taken away. When they had been long without food, Paul stood up in the middle of them and said, Sirs, you should have listened to me, and have not sailed from Crete, and have gotten this injury and loss. And I exhort you to cheer up, for there will be no loss of life among you, but only the ship. For there stood by me this night an angel belonging to God, whose I am and who I serve, saying, Don't be afraid, Paul, you must stand before Caesar. Behold, God has granted you all those who sail with you. Therefore, sirs, cheer up, for I believe God that it will be just as has been spoken to me, when we must run aground on a certain island. And then verse 44. And the rest should follow, some on planks and some on other things from the ship, so they all escaped safely to the land. So angels can give us a vision for the future. Angels can encourage us to safety and give us reassurance. They can bring peace to more than just ourselves. And last one, Hebrews 1:14. Aren't they all serving spirits sent out to do service for the sake of those who inherit salvation? You can see in verse 13. But which of the angels has told at any time, Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies the footstool of your feet? So angels are here to serve God and humanity. They help guide us to take steps towards our salvation. They can encourage us to guide others to Christ. So I hope that helps. Didn't look up at the camera a lot, but just kind of focused on looking over at the words of the Lord. And I hope you have a blessed day and take comfort that there are angels that help. Go to Jesus first. Ask for those angels' helps through Jesus. As always, love you lots. PGF Racing out. Have a great day.